Hi, folks. It's a beautiful Friday afternoon. We got some real pleasant temperatures today, and just excuse me, just glad to be here, and I guess it's glad to be alive. Huh? It's a great time. Um, Once again, this is the Friday afternoon version of the manager's excuse me, question and answer period. And if you have any questions, let's see. Well, I got the correct banner here. I should put probably a different banner in here. Yep, that's the one I want in there. Okay. The other one was my, uh, excuse me. There we go. That's got my email address. That's the best way to get a hold of me, uh, and for me to remember to take care of stuff. Hi, Nancy. And, uh, and hi, Seg. That's the best way to get a hold of me and be able to get a response. All the methods, even call me on the phone. I will do my best to absolutely take care of it. But if you catch me at a busy time and I don't get a chance to write it down, um, things do get slipped by me every once in a while. So, email is the best way to get a hold of me, and appreciate that. And hope everybody's having a wonderful day. Um, I know many folks here in Ancient Oaks are getting ready to head back to their northern abodes, as we call it. And this the end of March here is a lot of time people heading back. As a reminder, we remind us all, try to remind us to remind everybody every time. As you go to leave, let us know so that we can change your mailing address. Any mail goes out, will head to the right spot. If we have to mail it and we don't change your address from here, then it gets here and then gets forwarded and da da da. So it's much better we correct your address and we know you're gone and take care of everything that way. Also, as many times we've said, and everybody pretty much does it, but remind that prepare your place when you leave as if there's a hurricane coming because I haven't heard the forecast for this year. If they're forecasting anything at all, and as far as hurricanes, if we're going to have an active season or whatever, but you just never know. Yeah, hopefully we'll have another inactive season, but as I say, it's not if we're going to get a hurricane, it's just the point of when we'll have the next hurricane. So keep that in mind. Another thing to keep in mind for those that you have boats or are interested, there's a committee put together for the marina, and they're going to have a meeting Monday, March 28th, at the clubhouse at 10:30. So remember that if you want to be involved in that, and see if we have some good suggestions for marina. Oh, excuse me. I'll put a little bit more light on the subject. It's always best not to have any dead air, but do a little bit of lighting. It looks helps me look a little bit better. Uh, Improve this mug of mine. So, all right. Meeting people leaving. One thing that we kind of had a question about this week, and on the electric pedestals. If you have problems with your electricity, especially if you would try to catch it early. If you have where part of your electricity goes out or flickers much more than usual, and it's not the typical Florida flash and flicker problem, but you think it may be something else, get me called, call the office, uh, or like I said, or call myself. But make sure everybody should get my phone number and put it in your phone, in your cell phone, or get it, have it wrote down at your house, so that if you do need to get a hold of me, that you can. I won't put it here on the Facebook page in this broadcast because it goes to the world. And I don't need any more spam calls and energy associates calling me because I got a single family home and wanting to sell me. I don't know what they're trying to sell me, but no matter how many times I say do not call, the computer doesn't listen, doesn't put us on the do not call list. So our bunch of you guys getting those same type calls. I think mine started right after I refinanced my house, and I think they sold the information that I was a single home or I owned my home, and yeah, because at that time it was financed through Wells Fargo, and Wells Fargo had a problem a few years back and had was making money because of their loan practice. No, it wasn't their loan practices. It was their setting up accounts for was it trading accounts or whatever. Anyway, I think somebody sold my information to out to this company, and I don't know how many times they've called me. And with Energy Associates, anybody else get a call from them? Anyway, I digress. I'm getting off track here. Okay, the pedestal process, electric pedestals. We want to try catching any problems early because the fact that when it is determined that you need a new pedestal, we try keeping the electrician tries to keep one on hand or several on hand at the where he buys them from, but the permit process and the connection, disconnection and connection has to be done by Florida Power and Light. Legally, nobody else is supposed to pull that meter or put that meter, and the meter is not to go back in unless it's been inspected and passed inspection by the county, and then for them to put their meter back in. And so it takes time. So if we can catch it early, and if FP several times, and almost well, every instance that I know of, if FP&L has come out and determined that they can be bypassed, they will bypass the meter and get you electricity and get you going. Recently, we had something happen, and they apparently elected not to do that or not to try, and so now we have a resident that has not had power and hasn't had and won't have released from through FP&L through their own meter and their own pedestal to their house, and it is very inconvenient. So we don't like that to happen. So we'll try to catch them ahead of time. Like I said, it starts to flicker, or you have problems with electricity, contact the office as soon as you can, and we'll start the process. We'll tell you if you need to call FP&L, or if our own electrician that we have come out checks it, tells us that the pedestal needs replaced, and we'll get it replaced as quickly as possible. Uh, okay, I don't see any questions coming in, so we got a few people on here. I know there'll be a lot of people listening later on. A couple other things that I have is, and I mentioned at our board meeting the other day. Remember that the pool, if you have any bandages or if you have any open sores or if you have bleeding, please do not go into the pool or the hot tub. We can't afford any possible uh, contamination by bloodborne diseases or anything else getting into the water and harming somebody else. We do have it properly chlorinated and everything else, but state regulations require that it would be shut down if we found something that somebody had bled into the pool or anything like that. Let's see. Another thing is people remembering walking your dogs. Your dogs are allowed to go off 2 feet into the grass from the road, but you're not allowed to take your dogs beside somebody's house or back behind somebody's house. Uh, there is very there really shouldn't be any reason that any resident is walking behind somebody else's house or somebody they don't know. You're visiting somebody and you're with that person, then that's fine. But only the park employees, the park manager, and for on basically official duties, has the authority to walk through people's yards and behind their houses and check out things. Um, Another thing that has been brought up, and I was asked to remind people of, there is no smoking in any of the buildings. Florida uh, regulations require that there is no indoor smoking. I know there are some bars or something that can get exemption, but at least in the everything here in Ancient Oaks, you're not allowed to smoke inside. And please our bathrooms and our post office, don't go inside and smoke, and I would appreciate that. Also, throwing your cigarette butts on the ground is littering, and if I catch you littering, I will ask you to pick it up because you've had that cigarette butt in your mouth, and we're not really interested in going out and picking it up. Okay, appreciate that. Most everybody does a very good job and takes care of that, but I know sometimes people forget, and I caught a couple people just flicking it out the window of the car, and asked them to go back and pick it up because who else was going to pick it up? The cigarette butts do not decay for 5 years, I've heard. So it's not like it's out there and goes away in a day or two, only if somebody picks it up. Okay, I already hit that one about remembering when you leave. I got a question. Just told him to
Where to put it?
just put
It's
it out on the porch.
Out on the porch?
Out on the porch. Okay. I'll have Chris pick it up. I also need to tell him about the leak behind the 9-1. Chris. Okay. I got continue to still do business. This time of year we're hopping. Many things going on, many things happening. So uh, there we go. Oh, we got 9 people. People must be enjoying this beautiful day and not getting on the computer. Uh, I think I may change the time again. This afternoon seems to be a little bit busier. We may go like early morning or mid morning, like 9 o'clock, 9 or 10 o'clock. That might work out better rather than right after lunch or right after or this in the afternoon here. A lot of people are trying to get stuff done, and I end up being a little bit busier. So it's kind of a what do you say? We're still in process and figuring out the best time to do this. Do we have any questions? This could be a kind of a short one here, and without any other questions, um, we just may end it in less than 15 minutes. So, and I guess we're not having any questions. Of course, we're all not real fast typers, so let's see. I'll look around see if there's anything else. Just once again, we thank all the volunteers that make Ancient Oaks the fun, exciting place to be and have activities going on. I know that when you come down here, you really enjoy doing different things, and we want to facilitate that. And but the volunteers make it happen. So we really want to thank our volunteers that help out, and then everybody else that does uh, not only helping out, but just being friendly neighbors and taking care of each other and watching out for each other. So, with that said for today, I think without any other questions in here, I've covered everything I need to cover. And just wish everybody a good weekend. Safe travels if you're traveling. Be careful heading home. And we'll see you on the next go around. Live long and prosper. Take care.